Hey survivors, and welcome back to Insta-Death Survivor Support Group. It's me, Brian, your ever-eager explorer of all games narrative, and today we have another casual unboxing video here, House of Danger. It's a choose-your-own-adventure game based on the book by R.A. Montgomery. I've not read the book. I've not played the game. I actually don't know what to expect in here. This was a Christmas gift from an awesome mother-in-law. And so I'm excited to take a look in the box. I have no idea if I'll be able to tease apart how this thing even works. I just knew that I was excited to explore how a choose-your-own-adventure game would be applied to a board game. Choose-your-own-adventure are sort of well known to be choice only. And board games tend to be a lot more mechanically driven. So I'm curious to see how the two sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Come to terms with each other. So anyway, let's open it up and take a look and see what we can determine. Oh, that would have been a nice convenient tab had I not ripped it off. Anyway. I know this is riveting entertainment for you to watch, but my thing is, if I'm going to open a game, that's an exciting thing for me at least. But to do it alone is meh. So to do it with others and sort of who might also be excited about the game, I think is a little bit more fun. And while I do this on video, I get to pretend that I have friends in the room with me. Will you be my friend? Anyway, here's House of Danger. I love the finish of the box is very like matte and not super high gloss, and it has a really good feel to it, so that's not going to come across in the video. But and the style of the box is obviously very reminiscent of the Choose Your Own Adventure books, which I did read as a kid, but I don't know that I read this one in particular. So just plain cardboard inside there. There's nothing really special to look at there. We have an advertisement for another Choose Your Own Adventure game, War with the Evil Power Master, and then also a different Z-Man game, which of course most people are familiar with. I've played a fair amount of Pandemic. It's a good game. Anyway, we have instructions. Now it looks pretty lightweight, which is I think both encouraging and also like, well, I wonder if maybe there should have been more to the game, but I don't know. I can't criticize it because I haven't played it yet or even read the rules. But let's see. So we got a quick start, just 9 steps for a quick start. So that's pretty cool. That seems pretty simple. I'm going to actually read this because it's short enough that I think we'll get a sense for how the game works very quickly. So let's see. It says it can be played alone or in a group. Place the game board on the table with the nightmare image side facing up. The nightmare image side facing up, that's what it is. For 2 minutes, study this image for clues about places to visit and objects to investigate in the game. Interesting. Where's the nightmare card? It doesn't show it. Okay. As moving toward them will help unravel the mystery of your nightmares. Then turn the game board over. Okay, so it's on the other side of the game board. So I'm just going to flash it real quick. You can see there's a picture over there, but I don't want to spoil anything. So, all right, place the psychic meter on the 3 spot of the psychic scale, the danger meter on the lowest 3 spot of the danger meter, and place the 2 blue starter kit cards face up below the game board. Take the story cards marked Chapter 1 and set them in the separate decks by the game board. Place the book cover on top of the story card deck. Pick up pick a player to read the first story card. On the back, you'll usually see 2 or more story choices. Story cards may also include optional or required challenges. Okay, so you'll have to roll sometimes. Okay, so they're adding almost like a fighting fantasy sort of thing. After reading, decide as a group on any story choices or challenges you want to take on. If there's no consensus, the reader decides. After you undertake challenges and make story choices, the current reader places the story card in a discard pile with the number side facing up. You always need to know the last place you explored. The current reader then searches the story deck for the chosen story card and gives that card to the player on their left. Do not discard any unread story cards into the discard pile. Do not pass the entire deck to the reader, just the card to be read. Always keep the book cover on top of the story card deck. Okay. So anyway, that's how it works. You just read these story cards and make a choice and decide whether you want to go do a challenge or not. It looks like there are clues. Cool. And you've got goals and deaths. So if you die, you simply move the psychic meter and go to the previous story card. Oh, cool. So you just keep playing. That makes sense. You're playing in a group. Let's sit down and play a game. And then you hit an insta-death. And everybody's like, nah. So I get that. Danger meter represents your precarious state. Challenges. Yeah, so you could choose to fight the creature. And sometimes, I wonder if it's sometimes, yeah, there are required challenges as well. Okay, and you can get items and challenge boosters. Very cool. Let's see what else is in the box. So we got our game board with the image on the back. We have our, I believe these are story cards here. Yep. We have, okay, these are different chapters of the story cards. So chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5. Cool. We've got our markers and our dice. And then we have a starter kit. Okay, so these are just different chapters for little cards that you can collect. So that's it. It's simple. There's not a whole lot here. It makes sense because it is simply a story experience. So I'm excited to give this a try. House of Danger, choose your own adventure. If you've played the game without spoiling it for me, let me know what you think. And if you have any tips to sort of maximize my enjoyment, I'm curious for your advice. Should I play this alone? Should I try to play it with a group? How should I approach playing this game? Is this something you'd like to see me play through on the channel? Or would you rather me leave the mystery for you to experience? Anyway, that is House of Danger by Choose Your Own Adventure. Thank you. And if you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel. I have mostly like actual plays. Occasionally I go through sort of buying sprees on it or something like that. And, you know, unboxings and reviews and all kinds of stuff around any game that's narrative. So solo play or solo RPGs, GM-less RPGs, game books, narrative board games, all of that. That's what Insta Death Survivor support group is all about. So subscribe to the channel, hit like, comment on the video. If you'd rather listen than watch, I've got a podcast with some of the same content, some exclusive content in audio form. That's at anchor.fm/instadeath. And if you want to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/instadeath. We've got a really cool, small, tight-knit community there of people who are into this sort of thing. So you can go there and show your support. Other than that, rate and review on iTunes really helps me sort of boost the position of the podcast so that others can discover these great narrative games, and really want to build a community around this and to highlight the work of great designers and authors. So I'll see you in the next video.